Good morning, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna fill the wood stove and get moved on to something else. I think he said something about plowing maybe today. So stay tuned. Come on, guys. Want to see what we have in our shop today? 8270R. What's wrong with that, you might ask? Well, do you see this area? Yeah, there's supposed to be a window there. No one was hurt, but spread them there, and a rock flew out of the beaters in the back of the spreader and shattered the back window. Wasn't the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. If you follow along on D&D Town Farm's Instagram page, there's some pictures of us cleaning glass out of there, so go check them out if you want to. I'm not telling you to do anything. Could take this tire outside because don't need to be in here. That's off the 8120. The operator ran over a couple fence posts, so that tire's junk. We got a new one though, and the old tire was shot anyway. So, well, guys, while I wait for everyone to get done feeding and doing their cattle chores, I'm gonna start cleaning the other side of their shop. Not necessarily tools, but parts and junk laying around from harvest get thrown in there because we're in a hurry. So I'm gonna see about cleaning some of that up right now. My cleaning process got interrupted. We're gonna hook the plow on the 8120 here, and I think we're gonna go finish our plowing project, hopefully. So I got the plow hooked on. We're gonna go unhook the 8245. It's on the fertilizer spreader, and Dad wants the ditcher blade on it, so we're gonna do that real quick. Come with me, guys. Off to the V-ditcher. One V-ditcher hooked up, or in the progress of being hooked up. They left you in here all alone? I suppose it's being better than being outside in the cold though. I have to take these cylinder deals off for the window. I mean, there is no window, but we're gonna go plowing anyways. No window in this tractor. I think it might get cold. Alright, so we got these out. Both of them. These just connect to the windows and help push it open, and that holds the window open. Window's supposed to be in, it was supposed to be in day before last. It was supposed to be in today then. Now it's going to be in on Monday. And today is Friday. 3 days, no window. Well, I'm going to go pick up some fuel. Rule number one about going to the field: never leave the farm without a full tank of fuel. Because you don't really know how long you're going to be, or yeah, circumstances can change. I think this tire looks a little soft. When I get fueled up, I'm gonna go check that, make sure it has enough air, and then this tractor will be ready to go to the field. Again! Almost full. We're gonna call that good. Let's see what this other tire has. check the one that I'm a little concerned about. 20 pounds. Hopefully it's not too hard to get at the valve stem, because the valve stem's on the inside of the tire. And this tire isn't moved out at all. Lucky. That one's actually got a little bit more in it, so that's okay. Oh boy, it's gonna be greasy today, but we're gonna send it. So for those of you who don't know, this is what moldboard plowing is. It buries the residue. We have liquid manure spread on this field, so we're burying all the liquid manure, so it's not sitting on the surface. It buries the clover. It's not a method that is used very much nowadays, but we still do it under certain circumstances. We don't do it all the time. I wonder if Nate knows he looks like a dork back there with his beacon on. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yep, it's flashing away. Just letting everyone know he's coming through. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this tractor was gonna be spinning a lot more than it was. It's only spinning, right now it's at 5% slip. We're out here on clover, which is a little muddy, a little slick, on top of, it's got liquid manure. So I thought it was gonna be really slippery, but she seems to be pulling right along. No problems whatsoever. Isn't this just so satisfying, guys? Might be just me, but I find this really satisfying. Watching the dirt get all flipped. Low battery. You guys still down there? You guys don't get cold out here. You guys didn't get cold, did you? So what you guys saw back there, when those black tubes, they popped up, that was called a plow trip. When the plow trips, it hits something hard in the ground, like a rock or just very hard compacted dirt. Instead of plowing through that, trying to plow through that, possibly breaking something, it just comes disconnected in the back of where it mounts to the frame, and then it comes up, it just goes over that hard object, and then it drops back down, locks into place. And what's inside those black tubes there, those are springs. I don't know if you saw it, we were able to see those, but those are the springs that pulls the plow bottom back into place, locks it back into place, so that we keep going. Hinniker cultivator, still for sale. Just saying. That That don't look right. Right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go home. We're getting lunch, 1 o'clock. I gotta fix that moldboard there. Get a new one. Broke off on something. Wore out, I don't know. So, yeah, that looks like it could be a problem. Slightly problematic, maybe. Because they're supposed to look like that. This piece is supposed to come out way out here and around and come back down. But yeah, she is sheared off. It just happened in the last pass before I quit, so shouldn't be that hard to find. Should be laying on top, I would think. So if you look here, you can see where it broke off. I mean, it broke off a little across here, but shards of metal right there. But then that causes this to get all loose, because this bolt is supposed to go through the moldboard right there. And so there's a lot more play because there's no moldboard there. So Nate's going over to the other shed, other shop. He's going to look for one over there. So I am going to get one of these bars supports, because this one, there's the bolt that's broke off where it's supposed to go. I have to go over to our boneyard of plow parts and see if I can find another one. So this is the piece that we need. It bolts right to the back of the moldboard and comes over here to the landslide. Well, I need to go get another battery for my tool. Was at 3 lights on the battery, now it's down to 1, and I only ground for about 30 seconds. Looks like you almost got stuck that one time.
Oh, I did, until I picked the plow.
Looks like a front tire was about underground.
It fell, I was coming, and the angle of the tile run was the same angle as the axle of the tractor, so everything went under.
I just sit there and spin. I got a big old deer on my tail. Once again, guys, I just couldn't pass up the opportunity. decided to join the fun. I mean, he's not as cool as us. But we got Nate over there with one plow, then Dad joined us with 9510, and he's got the chisel plow on. Then Grandpa's coming back there with the 9520 with the big plow, 12 bottom. Dad came over here because it's a lot easier to work around with that, because over there we got an angled in ditch, and there's a bunch of erosion structures going through the ditch bank. It's a lot easier to get around with that thing than the plows. So he's doing that whole triangle piece over there, and we're just going to do the straight bouts just because it's easier. But yeah, sorry Dad, you're not as cool as us. Well, I guess I don't even know if you guys can see through that window. He's straight out there. I don't know, maybe you can't even see him. How are you guys doing out here? Still good? I'll let you guys come back in the cab with me where it's nice and warm. It didn't take as long to do this field as I was expecting it would, but Dad did chisel plow a bunch over there, like I mentioned earlier, so that does help a lot. And he did the headlands, so we don't have to go back and do those. Those take quite a bit of time as well, especially in this field, because you go so far and then there's another headland you have to do. Right off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then if you count the angling ditch, that's 8, because well, it's on just enough of an angle so that there's no headland. The whole ditch is your headland. I hate those kinds of fields. So now you can see Grandpa in the 9520. I believe that's the 12 bottom, I think. We've got a 10 bottom, but I think he's got 12. And then Nate's right behind him with the 7 bottom. Dad's behind him on the headland with the chisel plow. Then I'm right here with the good old 6 bottom. It's so fun to watch moldboard plows work. It takes forever to get anything done, but so satisfying in my opinion. What do you think you're doing there, Dad? Get back to work. Good thing he didn't hear me. This is like auto steer running in this furrow. I don't even need that thing. Oh shoot. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Gotta get to the end at least. For having almost 7,000 engine hours on this thing, she still runs really strong, honestly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on this job. We're heading her home. It is 5:05. Worked out perfect. As far as time goes, I mean, we normally quit at 5. It's no big deal. We would have went later, but we're gonna call her a day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.